Hello and welcome. My name is Emma McPherson if you're new here, and this is my YouTube channel. Hooray! I have a beloved friend, and she had a baby earlier this year. Blessed as I am, I got to see this newborn baby. We'd been hanging out with them for a couple hours, having a good time, when the baby started getting fussy. I can't remember exactly what was happening, but the baby was fussy, and mom and dad's hands were full, so I took the baby. And if you're a parent, you've probably heard of the S's, swaddling, shushing, holding the baby sideways. These are all things that are supposed to comfort the baby, help them to relax. I went into full-on mom mode, okay? And I'm just like holding the baby close, and I'm rocking the baby, and I'm holding it up to my face and shushing, trying to help this little baby to stop crying. And yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to talk about 10 crucial rules for visiting newborns, and I broke a couple of those. Don't be like me. And this video will help you to be better than I was with my friend's newborn. Let's get into it. Okay, number 1, ask permission beforehand and schedule the visit to the newborn in advance. Never assume. You know what people say about assuming. It makes an out of me and you. The parents may very well want you to see their baby, but perhaps you are only welcome at a predetermined time and date. Ask the parents, when would be a good time to visit? Do not show up unannounced or without confirmation. Hey, be sure to like and subscribe, please. It helps me out a lot. I see all of it. I'm a very small channel. I get a notification every time you like something or subscribe, and it means a lot to me. Please do that. Thank you so much. Bye. Rule number 2, get vaccinated. Before visiting a newborn, make sure that you are fully vaccinated against the flu, whooping cough, COVID-19, and any other diseases going around in your area that could harm that precious little baby. Health authorities also recommend getting tested for COVID-19 within 72 hours of your visit, and only visiting the baby if you have a negative result. Of course, also, on top of having vaccinations and having a negative COVID test, we want to make sure that we are not having any symptoms of sickness, okay? No cough, no runny nose, no fever in the last 24 hours, no body aches, no chills, nothing that would indicate you are coming down with something, okay? If so, make sure that you postpone that visit as much as you want to see that baby. It is just not worth the risk. Number 3, wash your hands and wear a mask. When you arrive at the home of a newborn, make sure that you are washing your hands, not just like running them under some water, okay, with 20 seconds with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, okay? Get it in there, get in those crevices. Also, if possible, wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth. Even if you are vaccinated and you've tested negative, let's just keep in mind, these new little babies are so vulnerable. They have incredibly weak immune systems. We need to be so mindful and so careful. Number 4, do not touch the baby's face or hands. Even if your hands are clean, you've washed them, right? They're fine. I can touch the baby's face. I just washed my hands. Unfortunately, that's a big no-no, because the face is the most common entry point for germs. And you know what babies love to put on their face? Their hands. These little hands, as soon as they can move them, they're going right in that mouth. So instead of putting our hands on the baby's face or their hands, a better alternative is to touch the baby's feet, the baby's back, or hold the baby wrapped cozily in a blanket. Now, here's a controversial point. Can visitors kiss the newborn? And this may vary in different cultures. I am American. I'm Oklahoman. I only know what is acceptable where I live, okay? So take this with a grain of salt if you live far away from here. But kissing or breathing on the baby can transmit germs that make them sick. So keep your face away from the baby's face. As hard as that is to follow, don't kiss those precious little cheeks, and don't blow raspberries on that beautiful little baby. This is something that I cringe at a little bit because, as I said with the story previously, I broke this rule. I wasn't kissing the baby, but my face was like way too close to that baby's face, and I don't think he got sick, but I still feel bad for it. I remember seeing the look on the parent's face and I was like, oh man, I did it bad. Number 5, do not wear perfume or smoke. Newborns are, well, new. With their skin being so thin and their sense of smell much more potent than adults, they are so much more sensitive to scents, chemicals, perfumes, colognes, lotions, cigarette smoke, you name it. All of the above can irritate even an adult's skin, our nose, our eyes, our lungs. So just think how much more it affects these vulnerable little babies who have, they have such an incredible sense of smell. They can smell their mother's milk from across the room, okay? So all of this is a big no-no. And you know what? Not only will we save that baby some grief, we'll also be saving the parents grief. And we might even save ourselves some grief, because think about this. Newborns, when they're uncomfortable, they let you know. So if you're making that baby uncomfortable with how you smell, they're going to let you know the only way they know how to. They're going to cry. And so that probably won't end up being a pleasant visit. Number 6, don't bring gifts that are not suitable for newborns. While it is a kindness to bring a gift for a newborn, make sure it's age appropriate. Avoid anything that could be a choking hazard. That means no small toys, balloons, magnets, or anything like it. Something we got a lot when our baby was little. And I love these gifts, okay? We've saved them. They're out in the garage. We're keeping them until it's safe for my baby when she is 3. I don't know how common knowledge this is, but stuffed animals with bead eyes or with little plastic eyes are not safe for babies until they're 3 years old. So if you're going to get a stuffed animal, make sure it has the little eyes that are sewn on instead, because that's not something a baby can bite off and choke on. In addition, for the sake of the newborn and for the parents, please avoid gifts that are noisy or flashy or overstimulating. So those musical toys, those electronic toys, and anything with big bright lights, big noises, it's out of the question for a newborn, okay? You could give it to the parents and they could use it years down the road, but do you really just want to give them something they got to store for a couple of years before they can use it? Probably not. This next point, I think we're on number 7, right? Number 7? Don't overstay your welcome or expect to be entertained. If you've ever had kids, you know having people in and out to visit your baby is great, but it's also very tiring. Do your best not to stay longer than an hour or 2 unless you're specifically invited to do so. Okay, try hard to read the room. Make sure the parents aren't looking exhausted by the end of your stay. Leave when there's still energy in the room. Not only that, but while you are there, do not expect the parents to entertain or serve you in any way. They are exhausted. I can tell you, even if they have a ton of help, they are exhausted. Mama is exhausted from giving birth and she is healing. Dad is exhausted from helping with all of the new things that come with a new baby. If you had kids, you know how incredibly exhausting, tiring, how you just feel bleary-eyed for those first couple months, okay? So please don't put anything extra on the parents. If anything, instead of expecting them to serve you, why not bring them some food? Why not bring them some entertainment? You could bring a board game or a movie with you if you want entertainment, but don't put it on the parents' plate, please. Number 8. I think this is number 8. I think the kissing one counts as a number, and so I should have listed it as one. So this is actually number 9. And when I said 7 earlier, that was 8. My child is actually en route to come home and I'm going to run out of time to film. So we're keeping those takes, and just keep in mind, there are 10 points, but I forgot to number one of them. This is number 9. Don't offer unsolicited advice or criticism. The parents of a newborn may already be feeling insecure, anxious, and they're almost definitely stressed. Okay, there's a slew of emotions with having a new baby and all the stuff that comes with it. Keep in mind too, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there are near infinite ways to raise a happy, healthy, and well-adjusted kid, okay? Please do not judge. Do not give advice that you are not asked for, okay? Rather, offer support, encouragement, compliments. Tell them what a great job they are doing. Tell them how proud you are of them. Tell them how beautiful their child is. Just positive words. Let's just keep it positive. This next point is a very important one. Don't forget to take pictures and to really just soak in and enjoy the moment. Visiting a newborn is such a special time. Take it in. It's something that you will be able to cherish for years to come. Seeing those itty bitty hands and those itty bitty feet and how sleepy and cuddly that little baby is, it's just to die for. It really is. So before you do this, be sure to ask the parents for permission. But once you have the all clear, take pictures of and with the baby. As a side note, also, don't forget to ask for parental permission before posting a picture of that baby on social media. They may have given you the all clear to take a picture. That's different from permission to post a picture of that baby and that baby's face on social media. I don't put my baby's face on any public accounts because there are weirdos out there, okay? There are some bad people with bad intentions, and you might have the best of intentions. That doesn't mean that everyone who will see that picture also does. Back to the main point. Make sure to savor this opportunity and get a head start on becoming that favorite auntie or uncle, even if it's just honorary. Talk to them softly, hum to them, sing to them. You could even read to them, even though they don't really know what you're saying. That's still bonding time. That's still something that can help that child to just love you for a lifetime. By following these steps, I hope that you can have a safe, respectful, and enjoyable visit to the newborn that you know, for you, for the parents, and for the baby. That's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks bunches.